Hi everyone. I'm just hiding here upstairs away from the kids so I can share a few things with you. So I wanted to touch base about our upcoming education leadership meeting. I do encourage everybody to come and join. We are so honored to have Sarah Swain and Kristen Nagel sharing this incredible opportunity with the education community. And we're also going to have Amber from Free Earth Village, who's going to be sharing everything that she's built. So it's super exciting. It's going to be such an amazing closeout for the end of the year meeting. So I did want to do some preliminary discussions about the mindset shift that needs to start happening. So one of the things we're going to talk about is network marketing or multi-level marketing. Now, the mindset shift that's needed is a lot of these systems have always existed. We're always contributing to the overhead expenses. So think about like the banking system. Think about any kind of business structure. You're always contributing to kind of a larger organization, right? So the idea with the multi-level marketing is that we start contributing to each other. And I think people need to, do pyramid schemes exist? Yes. But what we're going to roll out with 3 different partnerships. And one of them is of course, the insurance, because health benefits, we are so lucky to have Sterling Capital that want to listen to the needs of the community, respond to the needs of the community, and contribute. So that is really exciting because we have some big investments that need to come out because we want to grow and have our own kind of sovereign space to do education. So how are these systems done in the old way? So traditionally, we have a lot of hierarchies. So anyone who's in education knows that it is not, people throw words around like equity and integrity, but we all know that that doesn't exist to the degree that they would like us to believe. Are the educators on the front line? Do they have a lot of integrity? Absolutely. But unfortunately, it's the top tier that. So one example, I guess, that is people can relate to. So say you have a special needs classroom. They need a ball pit. You have to order from a specific catalog. Say that ball pit is $10,000 or something really crazy. What happens is they actually pad the pockets of the people at the top. So what you have is the extra money that people receive will go to the top tier. They pad the pockets of the top. So the idea in implementing certain MLMs and network marketing opportunities is that instead of just benefiting the people at the top, you are benefiting all the people that actually need. So like when you invest in schools, say they incorporate certain network marketing opportunities, that means that they're going to be putting money towards more programming for the kids. They're putting more money into professional development. It's done so much more organically and more ethically because people are actually paying attention to how the money is spent. And the beauty is, like a lot of these systems, they just pretend to be philanthropic, but they're not authentically philanthropic. Like, for example, the money that's being siphoned, like standardized tests. We're talking about trillions of dollars that are put into that. And for what? We can implement, if people wanted a standardized test, which I feel like we don't really need, but if people wanted to incorporate that, you could do that for a fraction of the cost and put more money towards the kids. If you wanted to, keep certain, have certain products or services within your classroom, we can actually incorporate it if we are conscious of where we are putting our money. And that is where, we have to work together. But we are not going to So yeah, a lot of the old systems, they are just corrupt, but we can do it in a new way with authentic connections. So this is not a get rich quick scheme. So I've been looking and paying attention to a lot of these things because we need a lot of investment. My heart is bigger than my pockets. And I have connected with a lot of people that have been interested in investing, but it's either foreign investment and they want us to expand in a way that doesn't align, or it's, people that are they want power. And I'm not going to give 50% of the company because a lot of people will then want to try and retain certain power hierarchies. So one idea was, let's just get the investment ourselves from community and everybody contribute and we can work towards the goal. So that is the ultimate goal, so that we can retain or remove power structures, and so that the community becomes the deciding factor of what gets implemented and how it gets implemented. And I think when people spend money and they see that it's being used properly, it's different. So another example is there was 900 million of our tax dollars put towards charities. So the weed charity. Did teachers get any kind of say on where they put the tax dollars in terms of like which charity? No, they don't. But it would be nice if the community did get a say, because then we can align with the values within our community. Every community is going to have a different set of values. Some of them are culturally specific. Some of them are religiously specific, and they are all different. Low socioeconomic are going to have different values, of course, as versus higher. And then we can allocate resources where it's needed most. And then as people start to build wealth, again, none of this is a get rich quick scheme, but as we start to rebuild the economy, because the economy is garbage, and there are so many people that would invest in education once they start to build up their wealth, right? So they're going to reinvest into those communities, which will become a beautiful thing, because then, we have 4 to 5 year now wait lists for special needs kids. Neurodivergent children need support. Regular children need support. Families need support. Some families need respite. They just need a break or somewhere to just be that doesn't cost a fortune. We can work towards that. Rome was not built in a day, but I do believe that certain programs and certain network marketing opportunities are really going to get us there. And you're going to start seeing, let me describe it as a vine. So we have lots of new things coming out. So say like Barter It, doing an amazing job. So their kind of vine or tree of life is starting to grow. Education is starting to grow. All these kind of consistent, hardworking groups are starting to grow. And as everybody grows, we're going to find ways to intertwine with one another in a way that aligns with us as independent people, not the way broader society expects us to. Because there's so much corruption, we need to move away from it. And I do think we're going to get there. If people saw the vision of education, at least as portrayed in my mind, you would actually have a lot of hope. Somebody told me that I live in the future, and I really do. Like, this is definitely the messy middle, as Jillian beautifully coined it. We are going through a lot of challenges, balancing family and work like we've never balanced it before, everything simultaneously. And so we have this uncoordinated dance. But as we start to intertwine with one another, we're going to find a very kind of a great way of being together. And yeah, so I do encourage people to have faith. I do encourage you to come to the meeting, because the way our systems have been put in place, it's not ethical. Like the charities, a lot of places can claim up to 80% in administrative costs. There's certain kind of encouraged percentages to keep it under. But like, for example, Rolex is a charity. IKEA is a charity. Obviously, they fall under certain international laws that give them the leverage to operate the way they do. But a lot of these charities are owned by entities that are not ethical. And what if people had their own charities and people started to see, as they invest and as they collaborate, started to see their money at work? People don't mind contributing when they see that it's being used with purpose, when they see that like kids are getting the help that they need. It is possible. It's hard. I've learned as I'm trying to get investment that actually most people want to retain these power structures. So we have to do it ourselves, and I think we can. So I'm really excited. I'm so honored for people to just want to help, because it's a hard road, but I don't know, I think things are going to come together. So I don't know if anybody has questions. I kind of went on a tangent. But again, we're going to have 3 network marketing opportunities. So of course, the one is the health benefits. Like I said, Sterling Capital is so willing to listen to the needs of the community. They have different budgets to fit your needs, which is amazing. And that's exactly what we need. And then Sarah Swain and Kristen Nagel, we're so honored to have them to share this opportunity, gold and silver backed type currencies and kind of systems that are starting from scratch. It's really cool to watch. And I think that these kind of things align because it's anything that works towards our being sovereign and anything that works towards being self-sustainable. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do a third one. We're not going to kind of go crazy. We're going to establish strong foundations with what we have in place and with, build relationships so that, and that takes time, and you need to earn people's trust and, do that relationship building. So the third one is going to be really cool too, because it'll benefit a lot of the schools. And yeah, keep watching because we're going to keep evolving and ain't nothing going to hold us back. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I don't see, but hang in there to all the schools that are working every day tirelessly. You've done an amazing job this year. My heart is so full to see how hard you work and everything you put into these kids. We're talking about educators that don't want to turn away children with behavioral needs, whose parents have been like, hey, I'm going to pull them out. And they're saying, don't do it. We want to be consistent. We care about them. We want to put resources in these schools. So let's start making our money work for us. Let's start investing where it needs to go. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys at the education leadership meeting, and let's connect soon. So feel free to DM, email, all the things, and share with friends and all our social media so we can monetize on social media, because that is also network marketing. So yeah. And if they can make a killing, we know how much social media platforms make. Maybe we can do something too. So thanks again, and have a wonderful Sunday, and keep growing, keep having faith, and know that even though some times are tough, we'll keep working towards being in a better place. So have a wonderful Sunday.